Wait.
So it's down to business here. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Another rendition of this never-ending feud. It will never lose its significance. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Salah. And it's Salah. And that was nowhere near his best. Tries a measured ball. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. Danny Olmo. Now that looks a decent ball. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Ederson. He's got great technique, Peter, and for a goalkeeper, he's got the passing range.
Can he finish? That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, you get a sense, Peter, that he could almost get to anything today.
Celtic with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Well, there's the clearance. Balde. Over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Mayulu. Drill. Shot at goal! Goal! Celtic! And Celtic are in front. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Out towards the flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rodri.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Rangers looking to pass their way through. Looking to play him in. Now it's Dembele. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Dembele. Oh, shapes to shoot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
And he's had a hit! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Mayulu is offering a right smile there.
Corner number 2 then. Rodri getting this one clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Oh, it's Dembele. Long ball upfield. And it's Olmo.
Rangers are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Pedri! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Rodri. Rudiger. And it's Rudiger. Merino. And Hernandez tries to pass it through. It's gone out for a throw-in. Merino. Danilo. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Dani Olmo takes a shot! A real chance and a real let-off. Danilo. That's a little off target. Balde. Vitinha. For Szoboszlai. Dembele. It's Dembele! Mohamed Salah could move up a gear here. And it's Marino. And Hernandez. Now, can they get him away? Szoboszlai kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Dani Olmo. Pedri. Pedri running with the ball. Pedri! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Straight at the keeper.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Great vision. Now it's Neymar. Pedro Neto. He's in a good shot, surely! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Balde. It's a searching pass. Mbappe looking to get on the end of this. Hernandez. Trossard.
That's going in strongly.
And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there. And he is going into that little black book. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Rudiger. Played to Danilo. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Nice looking ball. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And they win it back again. That is ended up in no man's land. Rudiger. Pedro Neto. Rangers finding their passes, looking for options for movement. And that's been drilled in. And they're back on the ball again. And he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the... There's the whistle for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term, but you really have to play with courage. Be brave, and let's see where it gets you. You might just get lucky because of it.
Dani Olmo. Rodri. Danilo. Now it's Mohamed Salah.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Searching pass he's played there. And it's Vitinha. And he's had it nicked away. No foul, says the referee. Merino. Neymar just eases him off the ball. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be... That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution for Rangers.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
Oh, good spread. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Rangers still this single goal behind. Rudiger. And it's Marino. Hernandez. Ball's gone out of play. Hernandez. And it's Marino. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Out to the right. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, what has happened here? So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Rangers are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Dani Olmo can see things, others simply cannot. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Szoboszlai. That's the throw. In towards the back stick. Punched away. And he's in on goal. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Rangers do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, you can only assume that the manager's got those substitutions on his mind.
Rodri. That is good alertness. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He is through here. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. And the shot! Yes, it's in! Rangers back on level terms. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Rangers are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you...
Oh no, what has happened here? Szoboszlai. Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Here's Vitinha. Spread out to the left. Szoboszlai. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, it's Dembele. Little doubt, that is a foul. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Into the last quarter of an hour. And here's Mbappe.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Flashes it across. And it's a corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here. So who's he going to be aiming for here? Pedri. Mbappe, looking for a runner, and he was quick to react. Danilo. And it's Gnabry. Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's anyone's ball now. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Dembele. Vitinha. Played into space. Oh, well played, well sorted out. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Merino. Hernandez. Not the most convincing of passes. Pedro Neto. Neymar. For Pedro Neto. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Four added minutes has been indicated.
Hernandez. Neymar. Out to the left it goes. Time added on 4 minutes. Hernandez. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Vitinha has been caught there. It's a foul. Done delicately.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, look, this has been a hard-fought encounter, Peter, so mistakes are far more likely over the next 30 minutes.
As scores are level after 90 minutes.
So all square,
there will now be
we need a
30
winner,
minutes of
and we
extra
will be
time.
back for extra time. No winner in 90, 30 more to come. Merino. Danilo. Merino. Rodri. This is Gnabry. Looking for the run. It's a promising position. This is Gnabry. It's a goal kick. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Mayulu. And it's Olmo. Now it's Szoboszlai. Now there's a fine ball. Brilliantly cut out. Gnabry. And here's Mbappe. Now that's well seen too. Hernandez. Neymar. Dembele. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Swept in, and he's heaved it away. And it's Mayulu. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pedro Neto. Oh, super ball. Poor, robust challenge. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. That's been cut out, well played. And that's it for the first half of extra time.
Please turn towards the
Well, it
screen
has been
for
a
special
punishing game, both
presentation
physically
featuring
and
our best
mentally.
performance
But does
today.
either team have what it takes to find a winner?
Substitution for Rangers, number 11, Neymar.
And we're off for the
Number
final
16,
time.
Rodri.
This really has been thrilling.
Number
Both sides
26,
going at it. And
number
now
8,
for the final act. Threads one in. He's picked his way, and the shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Pedro Neto. Hernandez. Hernandez goes on a run down the left wing. Pedro Neto. He's played it back. He's had a shot! In he goes again. Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Rangers go into the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Danny Olmo. Oh, it's Dembele. Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
Well, what possessed them to do that, Peter, I have no idea. It's not in keeping with the quality of the performance.
Oh, nearly. Gnabry looks to get on the end of this. Pedri. And it's Balde. Rangers close now. It's a mighty effort! Cleared away. That's a risky ball, you've got to say.
Celtic really don't...
And that's it. Rangers have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Gnabry voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
This is just what we like to see.
Well, how will we look back on that?
Rangers really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both,